I'm going to show you all the work that it took to build this beautiful road that I'm standing on. This video is a little bit different than my other ones. It's not so much DIY. I hired out the best crew in Alaska, Jake and Mike. They've been building roads since before I was born. I asked them how many thousands of miles they have built here in Alaska, and they didn't know, but probably about as close to 1,000,000 miles as any two men could do. So I hired the right guys for the job. It was a ton of work. Overall, it was a 1/4 mile of road all the way through a swamp to my 15.5 acre parcel that backs up to 2 million acres of public land. You know, this is a cool video for me because I didn't have to do too much manual labor, which is nice, but I got some really cool shots of these guys working. And also, I wanted to invite all of my subscribers and anybody watching this video that I built this beautiful campsite here in Alaska, and I want everybody who's watching this to come on up and rent it from me. We have an RV that you can rent, use it like a cabin. It's completely off the grid. It has a generator, water, shower, toilet, everything you need. And we're back here, equidistant between the Kasilof and the Kenai River, minutes from a hospital, minutes from the grocery store, but you still get the true Alaska wilderness experience. I mean, hell, you can walk around here naked and no one's gonna see you. That's how private this place is. A lot of work went into the road. It was a big investment for me, but I wanted to make sure I did it right. And without further ado, watch the video, see what kind of work goes into pioneering the last frontier of Alaska. I get to lay down gravel and cut down a couple of trees to access my property here. Now this is a burrow right away, but I will be the one putting in the money and the gravel and building out the road. Pink ribbon. The pink ribbon is 12.5 feet. And now when I come through here with an excavator, I gotta rip down all the trees from flag to flag. I'll talk to the property owners, and there's a little bit more wiggle room on this side. So their property line starts about 20 feet that way. And these pink ribbons here on the left are about where the property line is. So I will be maintaining the left one as best as possible. A ribbon, this tree needs to go. It's in the way. You can see see how it's been rubbed up against already by my vehicles. So this tree needs to get taken down, so I marked that. And then I marked 12.5 feet wide from the tree. And 12.5, which is this spruce right here. And then I can mark this tree here with a ribbon. And there we go. I just work my way on down the line. Right here. Gravel ain't cheap, and I'm the one paying for it, so there's no reason to fill it up with 33 feet of gravel. I'm not putting it in the highway. 450 feet, and there's private property on both sides of the borough right away. Those are my neighbors, and that brings me to right here. So this is where my property starts, and as you can see, there's nothing here. And so now what I'm doing is I'm marking my property line here, and that's gonna cut straight back. And then I'm gonna take an excavator and push a road through here, pioneer a trail, as they like to say up here. Right here is a survey marker. Right there. And so that's the official corner that I'm measuring from. Professional surveyor has already come through here and subdivided it. I'm just flagging the trees where I'm gonna move in heavy equipment so I don't go over the lines. It's not me inventing the lines. The lines have already been invented. I'm simply making them. I'm highlighting them. This marks 300 feet from my property boundary, which is an official property boundary. There's 3 properties there that corner into each other, so it's been surveyed multiple times. And this line here, this road that you can see I'm on, this is all my property, and it stretches 587 feet total. And so at the end of 587 feet, that's where my road access will be cut to the woods. So it's 208 feet from the borough right-of-way through the woods back here. My property is a flag shape, so there's a panhandle on it, and it's that panhandle that's 208 feet long that I'm trying to find. And so I know this side is accurate, and so I'm just trying to make it accurate with the road side of things, which doesn't have the survey markers as well established as this side of it does. So we have 208 feet from the road to here, and then my flagging, so my property starts here, and that's 39 feet wide. So basically I need the measurements, 39 feet wide of my property, and then bordered by 33 feet of right-of-way. We're gonna corduroy the trees. So tree, 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 and then that's gonna fill in the puddle, put the gravel over that. Sure. So it's accurate on that side, and it's accurate on that side, and the middle is me walking through the trees trying to make a straight line. But I figure if we curve a little bit to the left, you gotta have 2 trucks running. You need a 22-foot excavator to build a road this quickly. It's all wet and muddy here, and then we're laying down these trees just like this, and we're gonna take these trees, fill in that puddle, all this debris that we put onto the side. We're gonna cover up we're just gonna fill it in, throw the tie part over that, throw the gravel over that, and this is how you build roads out here. And this is looking really nice. Let me show you guys why you hire experts for this job. So what I'm walking over is the wettest part of the road. See the puddle over here, puddle over here, but I mean, you can drive over this now, and that's what it's all about. And this is gonna set up overnight, just like concrete would.
Joel, you rock!
This whole road shakes like jello when you smash it down. Yeah. All right, this is how the sausage is made. You take all the brush right here, fill in all this shit, put some gravel down, put the underlayment down, and that turns this muck, worthless muck, into a beautiful road. And that's what it's all about. You know, I hear all the time, but Joel, without the government, who's gonna build the roads? I need the roads. I'll build the road. This is insane. This is clay. So we got the road all the way to there, and then this is a little bit of that monkey stuff here. This is the building pad, and we mined sand from that hole that I showed you earlier. So we took all that sand that was not being used, and we spread it over the swamp here. And so what this did is save me, I don't know how many loads of gravel, 5, 10, whatever. So that's a couple $1,000 right there in savings. And you can see, take a look at the sand. Now that's just water from the sand. And so in this sun, this is gonna dry up real nice, and then they'll put the Typar over that, put some gravel over this, and then be no problem. So you drive down this private road, and then here you are. This beautiful open area, dry above the water table. Just a gorgeous private camp spot here. You see where so this is all covered in trees that we're looking at. All of this was trees. We dug that pit, we buried all the trees right here. You wouldn't even know it. So in the state of Alaska, we have so much land, but so little of it has been cleared and is usable that, you know, millions of acres are just deemed as worthless land. I mean, this is the wilderness. This is the frontier. And this is what it takes to take wilderness and turn it into usable. But you're gonna see a lot more robins here. The sandhill cranes will be coming in. Okay, like I said, the moose come in because we keep the bears away. So this is just a beautiful spot. 5 feet.
It isn't gonna be easy squeezy, but we'll make it. What do you think up there?
Jake, come on. It's artwork.
The only problem is, we'll talk.
Yeah.
This might be it.
One more load. 1 or 2.
That's pretty soft in front of me. I'm thinking Jake might sink.
So we just had a pretty heavy downpour. It made the gravel turn more like liquid concrete than gravel. But what we're doing is we're thinning out the road here. See there. And what he's doing is he's scraping off the top layer of gravel and just using that to make forward progress. And you just do this a little bit at a time, and then you prevent ripping through to the Typar and making too thin of a spot. And then also we're not wasting gravel and having too much in one spot. So just thin it out over time, gradually. Slow and steady is the right way to do it. And then this gravel road sets up really nicely over this marshy landscape that we're working with here. You see that brush you just picked up? We're using the brush itself to kind of strengthen up the landscape and lay it down there and make a more permanent bottom to the road. And so this road is built on top of tree trunks.